Alright, so again, this game, turn-based game, really hype. I think it's releasing soon, but let's see if they have a more announcement and stuff in this particular video. Alright, so we're gonna try to see what they're gonna announce. Try to max.
Hello, Hyperlinkers.
Okay.
Welcome to the Etheria Final Test Direct. I'm your host, Mary.
Hi, everyone. I'm Michael.
Mary
Today, we're
and
giving
Michael.
you the inside scoop on the upcoming official launch of Etheria. Michael and I will walk you through all the exciting features this version has to offer. Michael wants to give everyone a quick overview of what Etheria is all about.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Etheria is an urban supernatural strategy.
Alright, are you guys
RPG with a
hyped?
turn-based combat system that
Turn-based.
really stands out. We've taken classic turn-based gameplay and mixed it with deep strategic elements and open exploration, creating something that feels fresh and exciting. The flexibility in battles is incredible. You can create so many different team combinations based on each Animus's unique
Look at the
abilities.
characters.
Also, you can control the action in
Look
real
at the
time,
characters, guys.
commanding the moves exactly when you want them. When you pull off
So
those
cool,
perfect
right?
skill synergies to defeat a tough opponent, that feeling is amazing.
That sounds amazing. Plus, it's fully
happened to
cross-platform
the
on
hot
PC, iOS, and Android.
PC,
so you can
iOS,
play
Android.
whenever and wherever you want. We've got a lot to cover today about what makes Etheria special.
Host from
but
what?
first, let's check out the preview video.
Okay, guys.
世界を滅ぼす最悪を避けるため、神はほぼすべての力を尽くし、自分の身を最悪から
God
守る
used
神
the
の
power
国
to
を作
create
った
divine. Okay.
俺には力が必要だ。彼らは俺に力を。
Oh, wow.
それだけのことだ。
まさか最高レベルの緊急遮断が発生してるなんて。まずいな。数が多すぎる。近づかないで。
傑作の誕生を見届ける。またとない機会だ。お前、運がいいな。
彼は
Hyperlink.
少しずつ思い出している。お前らを粛清してやる。
決められるからな。
炎はすべての罪を燃やし尽くす。
裁きを受けるがいい。
私ならできるはず。
Looks
さら
good.
にパーフェクトに。探す手間を省く。
こいつはイカれてる。即戦即決だ。奴らの思い通りにはさせない。
貴様らの時間をいただくとしようか。外からの支援は頼るな。私を楽しませなさい。
お前たちには重要な役割を与えてやろう。どうして裏切った？
Okay, that's a pretty good trailer.
And did you all catch it? The PV just released the official release date, June 5th.
June
That's right.
5th.
Pre-registration for the official launch is now
June
open on all major app
5th,
stores.
guys.
You can also head to the Etheria
Guys, pre-register,
website to
guys.
pre-register for your preferred
Get the
platform.
outfit, get the
The
outfit.
best part? Pre-register now and you'll get exclusive rewards.
For hyperlinkers in regions where this test isn't available yet, don't worry. We're working hard to bring the release to your areas too. Stay tuned for updates. To ensure everyone has the best experience at launch, we're running a paid test on May 8th.
Paid
this
test?
will include payment features with a special bonus.
Payment
Any
as well, okay,
purchases
okay.
made during the test
I will
come
try
with
to buy
multiple
stuff.
rebates at the official launch. Check our social channels for all the rebate details. Now that we've covered the test dates, let's look at what's coming up in today's direct.
Okay, what's coming
the
up?
first part, Mary and I will introduce what Etheria is all about.
Okay, that's
We'll show
good.
you all the exciting content coming at launch. Plus, we'll reveal brand new gameplay features that haven't appeared in any previous test.
So many stuff.
After that, we have a special segment lined up for you. Our community manager, Chris, will host a Hyperlink conference. He'll be joined by content creators and Etheria's game director to explore the
Content
game
creators
and
are gonna
share
be here.
all the exciting in-game events planned for the official launch. All right, let's dive right in. First up, Michael, what's the main storyline and background of Etheria?
The story of Etheria is set in a future where humanity faces civilization collapse. To
Post-apocalyptic.
survive, people transfer their consciousness into a virtual world called Etheria, where they live alongside Animus, beings who wield the power of Anima. For a time, everyone coexisted peacefully, but then a disaster known as Genesis began to corrupt the Animus. They turned violent, putting human lives at risk. To fight back, the Union was formed. As a hyperlinker, you'll enter Etheria to cleanse the Genesis and restore balance to this fractured world.
Wow, so Etheria's story takes place in a sci-fi post-apocalyptic setting. It's so unique and immersive.
Absolutely. Now, let's jump right into the game and check out the actual gameplay. When you start the game, the first thing you'll experience is the main character's home.
Wow.
The interface is designed to feel like a
Bunny
cozy living
ears,
space.
or fox ears,
but
rather,
outside,
right?
you'll see a bleak, snowy landscape, reminding you that the real world is still trapped in the aftermath of the apocalypse.
I love the contrast of having a cozy home away from the freezing and desolate world. It creates such a comforting vibe.
Same
Kawaii.
here. The main character's home isn't just cozy, it's also functional. You can use the workbench to
6
develop
stars.
and upgrade your animus. Browse the archives with the Chaco Ring. Access other helpful features.
Okay.
The big TV in front of you lets you perform Hyperlink summons to bring a new animus to your team. Also, you can quickly jump to any function using the shortcut bar. Most importantly, as a hyperlinker, you use the hyperlink device at home to dive into and explore the world of Etheria.
Looks like the real excitement is just ahead. After all, the heart of the adventure happens in the virtual world of Etheria.
That's right. In the main storyline, as a hyperlinker, you can explore sandbox-style levels in your virtual world. You'll team up with your partner Maggie and other animus to take on challenges together. We built Etheria using Unreal Engine, which let us create these gorgeous game environments and characters. The main story features high-quality cinematic scenes that really pull you into the world as you explore and uncover its secrets.
Those scenes are absolutely mind-blowing. I can't wait to see what kind of story will unfold.
This one is in chapter
For
1.
hyperlinkers who want to focus on efficiency, you can speed up the story by holding down the fast-forward button or even skip scenes altogether.
Skip story?
While exploring, you can take out weaker enemies with stealth attacks.
Any story skipper?
But for the tough ones, you'll need to face them head-on.
You can skip story?
Combat in Etheria uses a turn-based system where your animus' speed determines who acts first. Skills don't
This girl
use
is free, by the way.
but
She's
they
an
do have
SR. She's not
cooldowns.
even SSR.
When you're up against
But
powerful
she's very
enemies,
good.
you'll really need to think about your strategy.
From what you're saying, it sounds like combat in Etheria really makes you think strategically. So Michael, what's your advice for new players?
Okay, what's the
How
advice,
should they
right?
put together their team of animus?
It's honestly not as complicated as it sounds, and it's super fun. Let me break down how combat and team building work. Early in the story, you'll already have access to a strong team. During the prologue, Maggie introduces you to 4 powerful animuses from the Union, so you're set up for success right away.
Right away.
You'll meet Gray, who boosts
Gray
critical
is free,
damage,
yes.
Chachi, who can stun enemies
This
and
dude
help
is free,
teammates,
yes.
Dorothy, who keeps everyone
Dorothy
healed up,
is in
and
this game.
SSR Animus Leon, who deals massive damage.
Oh wait, Leon
These
is
4
SSR?
make an awesome, well-rounded
I thought
team
she's an
that can
SR.
handle most early challenges. They're perfect for farming equipment dungeons and other early game content. Leon especially stands out with her incredible damage output.
AOE.
She'll carry you until you build more specialized teams. You'll probably see her dominating PvP matches too.
PvP?
Players love her.
It's obvious each animus has their
She's
own
the
role in
PvP
battle.
killer.
Winning comes down to finding the right combinations and strategies.
Okay.
Michael, can you tell us about some other animus units and what makes them cool?
For sure. Each animus in Etheria has been carefully designed, and when we launch on June 5th, you'll get to meet even more new characters. Let me give you a quick preview of the 5 new animus coming at launch on June 5th. Real Mocha, the Union Sweetheart, a tiny
Real
sugar-loving
Mocha
girl
is
who
free?
loves the spotlight. Rosa, who's ruthless
Rosa
and
is
pretty
free?
intimidating. Tsukiyomi, the top student council president
No,
at
not free,
13th
right? Not free.
District High School.
You have to pull.
Born, one of Astral Union's 3 CEOs who hides a sharp mind behind a friendly
Wow.
face. And Mia, who's super
Mia!
energetic and always looking on the bright side.
Mia,
Sounds like
kawaii.
each animus brings something totally
Oh.
unique to the table. As a player, you'll need to think about which
Guys, is
ones to
Mia
level
kawaii
up
or not?
based on what challenges you're
Is she
facing.
kawaii?
And that's not all. There are over 50 animus waiting for you in the game.
50?
Don't worry about
That's a lot
running
of
out
characters,
resources
man.
early on either. Through various game modes, you'll be able to earn plenty of summoning resources
Guys, if
to
it has
build your
PvP,
dream team.
we'll host our small
and
tournament.
Speaking of the big TV we mentioned earlier,
But you can only
it's
use
not
lollies.
just for show. You can use it to summon new
Wait,
animus
who is this?
companions. But
She's
is there
huge.
more you can tell us about
Freya.
how summoning works, Michael?
Absolutely. We just introduced 5 new SSR animuses who will be joining the summon pool over time. But there's one more exciting addition, Freya, a brand new SSR who will debut as the first featured character.
Oh, she's the
when the game
first
officially
one?
launches.
Smart, smart.
Let's
Always
check out
put
this
waifu
short
as the
battle
first one.
preview to see her in action.
Okay, she's the first character banner. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, huge! Oh, who is wailing? Who is wailing for her? Freya SSR. Okay, is she DPS? Single damage. Okay, okay. Skill preview.
Skill 1. Freya deals 2 instances of damage to a single enemy.
Okay.
The first instance can apply 1 stack of Dreamlight to a
Dreamlight.
random ally, while the second has a chance to apply Nightmare to the target enemy for 1
Oh, it's
turn.
1 buff, 1
Dreamlight
debuff.
allows teammates to consume 1 stack of Nightmare and trigger Purify when a debuff is applied during their subsequent actions, lasting for 2 turns. When an enemy affected by Nightmare is attacked, Freya's ally will recover some of her health. Freya's exclusive passive: when an ally receives a buff, their action progress increases by a certain amount. When the enemy gets a debuff, their action progress decreases by a certain amount. Skill 2. Freya grants all allies defense up and 2 stacks of Dreamlight for 2 turns. Ultimate skill: Freya grants all allies attack up for 2 turns, attacks all enemies, and deals 4 instances of massive damage, each with a chance to apply Nightmare for 1 turn. Freya possesses a variety of unique effects. Dreamlight provides allies with a continuous cleansing effect, while Nightmare causes allies to restore their HP when they attack enemies. Her exclusive passive allows allies to gain action progress when buffed, and reduces enemy action progress.
So it gives your allies
life
lifesteal.
With the ability to grant both attack up and defense up, she can simultaneously enhance her team's offensive and defensive capabilities. By weaving her distinct abilities, Freya provides exceptional team utility through support and action progress manipulation. While damaging enemies, she impedes their actions through debuffs and turn
Is that not
reduction.
insane?
Her capacity to enhance attack and defense parameters makes her an incredibly versatile support animus, enabling her team to triumph over even the most formidable adversaries with a strategic advantage.
Okay. Support and DPS.
Wow, Freya looks amazing. As the first new SSR after launch, she definitely has both the style and power to back it up. But honestly, my luck with these games hasn't been great lately. I'm worried I won't be able to pull her when the game goes live.
Don't worry about it, Mary.
Don't worry about
Freya
it, okay?
will be available through a limited time featured summon.
Okay.
And this banner has a special feature everyone should know about.
Special.
In this pool, your chances of getting Freya are significantly higher. Plus, you only need 100 crystals per pull,
Only
and there's
100.
no 50-50 chance involved.
No 50-50?
When you sub in your first SSR, it's guaranteed to be Freya.
Will all
No
future limited
50-50.
time pulls for new SSR animals
100
work
pulls.
the same way?
Yes, we've designed it this way to make sure every player can guarantee their favorite animus
They
by
remove
investing a
50,
specific amount
50.
of resources.
That's awesome.
Your 50-50 is the best, so they remove
limited
that?
time summon for new characters,
Damn.
are there other types of summons in Etheria?
Okay.
Definitely. To welcome new players to Etheria, we've prepared 1 beginner exclusive summons.
Okay.
Guarantees an SSR only 40 pulls. And during the official launch, we'll also have a raid-up summon for the fan-favorite SSR Animus, Messiah.
Messiah,
If you're a fan,
man.
Don't miss your chance to add him to your team.
Don't miss the
Now
chance,
that we've
Messiah.
covered the new Animus, let's remember
No 50-50,
their
but
strength
you-
also depends on
No
how we
50-50.
build and develop them. So let's check out Etheria's unique progression system and see how you can power up your team.
In the Animus development interface, you can use upgrade materials to boost your character's level and star rating.
Okay.
Here's the cool part. Every Animus, regardless of rarity, can be upgraded to a maximum of 6 stars and level 50.
Yeah.
You can also enhance their
Doesn't
potential,
matter if it's
upgrade
SR,
skills, and use
R.
duplicate shadow prints for quality upgrades. Beyond leveling up your Animus, Etheria also has a unique matrix system for equipment. By
Okay.
combining matrix points for modules and shells, you can activate powerful matrix effects once you meet certain conditions.
Okay.
These matrix effects can give your Animus huge stat boosts. For example, if your main damage dealer relies on critical hits, you can maximize their potential by equipping 3 crit-related skills, just like in this demo. Right now, there are 21 different matrix effects in the game, offering boosts to stats like attack, defense,
21
crit damage,
different sets.
healing, speed, and more. On top of that, there are 6 specialized matrix effects that need specific combinations of modules and shells, each contributing 6 points to activate.
Wait,
Wow.
Michael, that's a lot to
That's a
process.
lot.
Let's break it down step by step. First, can you tell us more about these modules you mentioned?
Okay.
Sure thing. The module system gives players tons of customization options. The 3 modules on the left have fixed primary attributes, while the 3 on the right can be equipped with any primary attribute, including those with specialized matrix effects we just talked about. Plus, modules can be upgraded to randomly unblock additional
So there's
secondary
substats as well,
attributes
right?
for
Main
even
stat,
more stat boosts.
substat.
Got it. So the module system offers
you have to
lots
farm
of
the
flexibility for customizing builds.
stuff.
But where do we actually get these modules?
You can
You
farm
earn
this, right?
modules
Yeah.
by challenging 3 unique bosses in Threshold mode, each with 14 difficulty levels. Different bosses drop different modules, and the higher the difficulty, the
Okay,
better
so
modules
you gotta
get.
farm the bosses,
That's
right?
great. And here's a cool feature. After beating a boss at a certain difficulty, you'll unlock continuous battles based on your star rating. During these battles, you can minimize the combat screen and check out other parts of the game while the fights run in the background. When they're done, just claim your rewards. Being able to AFK farm is super convenient.
Wow.
Now, besides modules, we also mentioned needing shells to complete the Matrix setup. Mary, want to explain more about the shells?
Absolutely.
Guys, shells
what
are
exactly
important,
are
alright?
shells in Etheria?
Shells.
Shells are basically companions or pets, and each one has unique skills.
I love
Some
pets.
shells actively attack enemies while others provide stat boosts to your animus. Different types of shells have different abilities, and they can be upgraded to unlock stronger skills and passive effects. You can also use
This
material
guy looks
construction
cool as
to
heck,
refine
man.
passive effects for better results.
Cool as
You
heck
can
or
get
not?
shells by taking on Grim Pursuit mode, where 10 unique bosses are waiting to be challenged. Before jumping into battle, you can check the boss
Huge.
details page or the archive to see which shells or modules
Shadow
drop from
Flame
each stage.
Ho Yan.
That way, you can target exactly what you need. By the way, Etheria also has a super convenient loadout feature. You can save your favorite equipment
Oh,
setups
loadout
in
is
the
so
development
good, man.
interface and load them
Loadout
whenever
is
you
so
need.
good.
Plus, you can unequip everything with just one click.
Guys,
Super
loadout
handy.
is the best. I love
Alright,
loadout.
now that we've covered the basics of gameplay and character progression, I think you've got a good idea of what Etheria is all about.
Okay.
Let's take a short break.
Yes, and before we go, just a quick reminder, Etheria officially launches on June 5th.
June 5th,
and
guys.
pre-registration is now open on all major
June
game stores.
5th.
Head over to the official Etheria website and pre-register for your platform of choice to snag some exclusive rewards.
Wait,
When the game
Etheria
officially launches,
0605.
you can use the redeem code on your screen to get anima
Guys,
prototypes.
Etheria
So be sure
0605.
to grab a screenshot.
Write down the code, write down
And
the
don't
code.
forget, during the
Etheria
final test
0605.
phase, you can also use redeem codes for even more anima in the final test phase
0508.
for anima
Wait, what?
prototypes. So stay tuned. Now sit back and enjoy this exciting teaser video. After this, we'll dive into more of Etheria's
Am I
gameplay
lagging?
features.
See you in a bit.
Okay. That's the boss, right? They showed earlier.
砕かれた夢が叫んでいる。
シュガー、アブー、出番だよ。
Ooh, she got the gun. Oh, huge!
せいぜいあがくの
I didn't know she's
これ
huge.
からが本番よ。みんな本気で行くぞ。
Oh, she got the knights protecting her. White knight. Okay, which one is your favorite, guys? Which one is your favorite?
じゃあ一緒に頑張ろうね。
Oh! Wait, the lolly is a 4-star, isn't it? SR. Wow. I'm a big, huge fan, guys.
Welcome back to the
Oh, we're
Etheria
back. We're back.
official launch direct.
2 codes,
Next
alright. Make
up,
sure you guys
we're
use it,
diving
alright?
into
2
the game's
codes.
rich and varied gameplay modes.
That's right. Etheria has even more exciting modes waiting
Cool
for you.
Rosa.
In the trial challenge, there are 4 unique challenge modes, each with its own gameplay
Ani
style
Sing
and
Echoes,
special
Phantom
rewards.
Theater,
Then
Amber
there's
Track.
Animus Echoes, which features a variety of side stages centered around each animus you can recruit. Clearing these stages rewards you with tons of goodies. Summon vouchers, upgrade materials, and even avatars and other cosmetic items for your
Okay.
characters. Don't forget about Phantom Theater, a multiplayer challenge where 2 hyperlinkers team up with 3 squads to take down powerful bosses. The higher
Oh,
your
co-op?
battle rating, the better your rewards.
Yo, they got
And
multiplayer
reset
going on in
weekly,
this game.
so there's
Turn-based
always
game.
something to work toward. Deep within Etheria lies the abyss of decay.
So team up
known
with
as
2 other
Ember.
players.
Hyperlinkers are sent to explore this
That's
mysterious
cool, man.
space
That's cool. I
in
like it.
Ember exploration mode. This
I'm gonna
mode
get some
features
whales to team up
42
with me.
sequential areas where you'll tackle exploration challenges and battle various bosses. In these areas, you'll encounter consciousness corridors that require
Oh, this boss is
sandbox-style
huge, man.
exploration.
I like that
Mind
boss.
rifts where you'll face specific animus teams, and memory abyss where you'll challenge fully
Holy,
powered
how many
bosses with
contents are
advanced
there?
skills. As you explore,
So many
you'll earn
contents.
Laybot supply points to exchange for rewards at the supply hub. Finally, there's the challenging Ethernet Rally, where you'll build 3 Animus teams starting from different locations.
3
You'll tackle
teams.
various stages to collect
You need to have
loot,
3 teams,
upgrade
guys.
its quality through nodes, and ultimately defeat
Don't
all
mess
the
around, you
bosses
need 3
for
teams, alright?
high-quality rewards.
Wow, there's so much variety. From Animus Echoes, where you can dive into characters' backstories, to the high difficulty challenges
That's a
of
lot.
Ember and Ethernet Rally. The gameplay is challenging but super rewarding.
To make sure Etheria offers plenty of depth, we've also added limited time event modes alongside the 4 fixed modes in Trial Challenge. These rotating events are fun, easy to jump into, and packed with great rewards. The Cubic game is a mode where you use magical cards on randomly generated numbered discs to adjust the difficulty, effects, and rewards at each
what the
stage.
heck is this? Is this
At
an
Lily's
event?
Magic Divination Shop, you'll get
Make
Cubic
guild wars
boards
too?
of varying difficulties
Players
and
gonna
use
be
random cards
overwhelmed?
to enhance elements like
Are you guys
bosses and
overwhelmed already,
rewards.
huh? Who is
Strategically
overwhelmed?
place your cards to target the rewards
What the
you
heck is
want,
this?
and
This is a
then
card
take on
game,
the
is it?
bosses to claim them. Then there's Champion's Call,
Champion's
a prediction
Call.
event where teams from major Etheria factions compete in the arena.
Arena, guys.
During the event, you'll predict which team
You
will
can
win the
bet who to
championship.
win.
Guess correctly.
Betting
and
is very
you'll earn
important,
even
alright?
better
We'll do a
rewards.
guide on how to
These
bet.
2 limited time events
people
will
love
kick
betting,
off
right?
with the official launch, and we'll keep adding more exciting ones.
More
in the future.
exciting ones in the future.
This all sounds amazing.
Okay.
After hearing about so many fun
So much
and
fun, right?
diverse gameplay features, I'm really looking forward to the official launch. So, Michael, for new
Okay.
players like me, what's the best way to quickly get the hang of the game and start enjoying everything it offers?
Don't worry, Mary. We've definitely thought about new players.
New players are important,
We know
huh?
it can feel overwhelming with so much to do.
True.
So we've made sure there's plenty of guidance to help everyone get started. In Etheria, we've prepared a series of hyperlink charters. By following the
Hyperlink
prompts on these
charters.
charters, you'll gradually learn the ins and outs of the game while earning some awesome rewards along the way.
Awesome rewards.
Plus, the powerful starter Animus Leon can carry you all the way into the late game. The Hyperlink charter includes exclusive quests
Just
for
use
Leon,
Leon.
and completing them will
Just
get you
use
tons
Leon,
of
right?
upgrade materials,
Gambling
including
and the
Leon's
gambling
Anima,
in.
which helps you power her up quickly.
Okay. Anima's
And
dupe, is it?
That's not all. Outside of the game, we've teamed up with the famous strategy site Hell Hades to create a dedicated Etheria page. The folks at Hell Hades have even put together a short video for us. Let's take a look.
What is Hell
Hey
Hades?
guys, Hell Hades here. Today I'm going to be bringing you some awesome news. The team at hellhades.com, we're going to be collaborating with Etheria Restart. And we're going to be creating
Hellhades.com.
guides, we're going to be doing hero tutorials.
It's a website,
and
is it?
more.
I
All the
don't
things
know
you'd
this
expect
website.
from the HH Gaming team.
Why not pre-win?
The content's going to go live in
Where's pre-win?
April when the game launches.
Guys, Hell
into
Hades is
beta.
like pre-win,
Etheria
is it?
Restart has got tons of content already, both PvE and PvP, including live arena.
Okay, PvE
on
and
launch.
PvP,
And when
right?
the Hell Hades team got to try the game, we
Okay,
knew
check out Hell Hades,
we
guys.
wanted to
Hell
cover it.
Hades.
It's got so much packed into it. We know the community is going to love it. There's just so much depth, different
So much
builds,
stuff, man. So
different
much stuff.
characters, different formations to try.
Uh-huh.
So we know you're going to need those walkthroughs from
Wow.
hellhades.com. So mark the date, 5th of June. That is when Etheria Restart is
Who
going
is
to go
this?
live.
I have no idea. It's a
Let's
website, I think.
hyperlink the world.
Because it's a hellhades.com website.
Welcome back to the Direct.
Okay.
Next up, we're diving into even more gameplay.
More
features.
gameplay?
Michael, earlier you mentioned the Phantom
Theater,
a
okay.
multiplayer mode where players team up to take
Multiplayer.
on challenges. Are there any other multiplayer features in
Okay,
the
people
game?
love multiplayer,
Absolutely.
right? Everybody loves
That brings
multiplayer.
us to the Union system, which I'm excited
Union?
to introduce next. In
Oh,
Etheria,
shoot.
you can
Okay,
create
we're not
your
messing
own
around,
union
guys.
and invite friends to join.
You guys know when there's
In your
union,
union,
there's
you'll earn daily
Esports
rewards
Desire.
just for signing in.
Okay, who
Work
wants to
together
join the
on
union?
weekly
You get to
tasks
book
for
right
extra
now, right?
resources and shop for upgrade
Okay, how many?
materials in the
50
Union
members.
shop. Plus, with
50
the Union
members,
Aid
okay.
feature, you can request Animus prototype shards from your Union members.
You can request
Collect
shards from
enough
Union
shards and
members?
You can upgrade your Animus's anima level.
So I need to grab some
You can
whales.
also
I need to grab some
contribute
whales, alright? We
wishes
request
to
from the
help out your
whales.
fellow Union member. In
They just give you the
Union's Anchor
materials?
Recon Challenge,
Yo,
you'll
that's
team
so
up
cool.
with other members to take
Okay,
down
only
really
whales.
powerful
Only whales
bosses
can
of
join, right?
varying difficulties.
Time to slack.
You'll need to organize a 5-player squad for these tough bosses.
5-player
and you
squad,
can even
5
borrow
teams.
support animus from other Union
Okay, okay.
members. Each time you chip away at a
Masaru
boss's
Isorin
health,
carry.
you'll earn rewards based on
Okay.
the damage dealt. When you finally defeat the boss, you'll get a victory chest packed with Union coins. If you want
Victory
items
chest.
from the Union shop,
Victory chest,
team up
okay.
with your Union and take on these bosses together.
Huh.
So far,
Co-op
Michael has
rate?
introduced us to tons of
Is
Etheria's
there co-op or
PvE
not?
content, but I'm really
think there's no
curious,
co-op.
what kind of PvP experience does the game offer?
With such a strong foundation of single-player story, deep progression systems, and a wide variety of enemies
Arena,
for
Realm,
PvE,
Union Battle,
we've also
Guild
put a
versus
lot of
Guild,
effort into creating
Esports.
exciting PvP
Esports,
content.
limited
We want to
event.
deliver a thrilling
Oh my God,
competitive
there's so much
experience
stuff.
through the Arena Realm PvP mode. That's
Wait, they
why
actually
we
got
prepared
esports,
several
guys.
player versus player options.
How much do you get?
The Arena Realm features 3 distinct arenas.
Okay.
First is the ranking arena, where you'll use arena tickets, which you get daily, to challenge other players' defensive
Okay, this
teams.
one is the-
Winning matches earns you points, but
the
you also
auto
need
one,
a
right?
solid defensive team. If it gets defeated, you'll lose points.
Iron 3.
Climb the ranks to reach the top mythic tier.
Okay, PvP is important, guys.
Season, you'll earn
guys, don't mess around, right? PvP is very important.
Reach mythic and you'll even unlock a cool arena nameplate frame.
The first mode is all about challenging other players' defensive teams. So does
time to destroy the
PvP
kids.
mode involve real-time battles against other players?
You got it. The Summit Arena is a real-time RTA
PvP mode
where you face off against other hyperlinkers in live battles. And yes, it supports global cross-server matching.
You need to be able to emote them, right?
In Summit Arena, once you're matched with an opponent, you'll take turns selecting
Did they mention auto? There's auto. Yeah,
During
there's
this
auto.
phase, neither side can pick the same character. After both sides have chosen 5 animus, you'll get to ban one of your opponent's picks.
Oh, you get to ban.
The strategic battle begins right from the selection
You get to
phase.
ban as well.
You'll need to outthink your opponent to secure victory. Summit Arena also offers rank-up rewards, including unique avatar frames for reaching
So you have to learn
certain
every
tiers.
character's skill.
At the end of the season, you'll earn special rewards based on your final ranking.
Summit Arena really takes Etheria's PvP intensity to the next level. But you mentioned there are 3 different arenas. I can't even imagine
guys, we are not messing
other
around,
PvP
right?
modes
PvP.
the dev team has in store.
Gacha PvP is too expensive.
The third arena
but it's not
is
though.
called
100
the
pools.
Fearless Arena, which features
100
an
pools, you get the
official
character.
esports mode. Here you can
Okay,
quickly
esports,
match
guys,
with 8
esports.
hyperlinkers to compete in a Fearless Cup
There's
event.
a cup event.
The event runs every Saturday and Sunday.
Okay,
and you can
Saturday and Sunday,
participate
alright, no
as many times
excuse.
as you want during that period. 8 players compete,
8
advancing
players?
round by round until a champion emerges. The prize, decisive star emblems, can be exchanged for rewards in the arena shop, including exclusive hyperlinker outfits and Chaku skins.
Special
it's
outfits.
amazing to see a mini tournament built right into the game.
There's
I can't wait
tournament
to
built
jump
into the game.
test and start battling other players online.
And that's not all. We're putting the finishing touches on a GVG mode called United
GVG,
Front.
Guild versus Guild.
This mode will launch after the official release on June 5th. So stay tuned to all
guys,
our
they got
social
Guild versus
channels
Guild,
for
alright?
more details.
If you guys want to join the guild, better be
top
serious.
Players from around the world competed in the FCI Fusion Cup Invitational.
What?
After some intense battles, a champion was crowned, and players saw the
Xiang
incredible
Kai and
variety of
Blood
team
Elves.
compositions and strategies that RTA gameplay offers. So, after the official launch, can we expect more exciting tournaments?
Absolutely. Player feedback and the demand for competitive play have always been a major focus for us. In the future, Etheria will provide a global stage for competitive players. I'm thrilled to announce the Etheria World Summit, the ultimate global tournament for Etheria fans. Let's check out this short trailer.
Okay, esports, guys. Europe, Americas, Southeast Asia. How about South America? Wow. Global Invitational.
Hi, Hyperlinkers. I'm the tournament manager of
Yo, they even invited a robot.
The Etheria World Summit, EWS, will officially begin following our global launch. It's a worldwide tournament open to all, where victory is the only rule.
Okay, guys, are you guys interested?
Those who rise to the top. Our first global invitation is about to kick off during the upcoming final test in May.
Okay.
All players will be eligible to register.
Okay, time to register,
After the
guys.
official launch in June, the top 128 players will receive the official invitations to compete in the global invitation.
128.
Selection will be based on in-game summit
Okay.
rankings.
Going pro in the
across
gacha
both
game.
final test
Pro
and
esports,
the
guys.
post-launch period.
If you guys ever want to be
All
esports player,
participants
now's
will
your
receive
chance.
rewards, with the top 3 earning cash prizes. The best player will get the chance to face a legendary player in a real-time 1v1 duel and earn a direct ticket to the EWS Grand Finals.
Grand Finals.
This debut year marks the beginning.
Okay, guys, who is joining? Who is joining?
Tiered tournament
You have to own
structure,
every character, alright?
including open qualifiers, regional finals, and ultimately the EWS Grand Finals. To deliver the most compelling competition, players will be selected based on both performance and potential.
Okay.
For detailed rules and upcoming schedule updates,
Storm your pilgrim.
please stay tuned to our official
Entrance is
announcements.
debit card. No. You can be free to play. What if there's free to play, right?
Wow, how did Chaku suddenly turn into such a
They
cool
even got
robot?
such a cool
I didn't
robot.
expect to see one here.
Huh.
I will be waiting for your challenge at EWS.
We're gearing up to launch our first official tournament right after the game's release. Players who compete in Summit Arena during the final test and after the launch will have a chance to qualify. Make sure to follow Etheria's official community
Guys, esports, right? Don't
let's
mess
see who
around,
emerges
right?
as the strongest player.
That
You get to be the
wraps up
strongest player.
First part of our Etheria Direct. A huge thanks to Michael for walking us through so much of the game's content.
Okay.
And thank you all for tuning in. We can't wait to welcome you to the official launch of Etheria.
Yes, Etheria officially launches on June 5th.
Alright.
And pre-registration is now open on all major game stores.
Are they
Head over
islands?
to the
Yeah, they
official
are.
Etheria website, pick
Guild
your
system.
platform, and pre-register to claim some
0605,
exclusive
guys.
rewards. When the game goes live, you can use the redeem code on the screen to obtain Anima Prototype. So be sure to take a screenshot and save it.
Save it.
Additionally, during the final test phase, players can also use the redeem code to receive Anima Prototype. So don't miss
0508.
out. And stick around. Up next is the second part of our preview stream, the Superlink conference, hosted by our community manager, Chris. He'll be joined by several content creators and the Etheria director for an in-depth
Etheria
discussion
director.
about the game.
Now, let's hand things over to Chris,
Who is
Etheria's
Chris?
community manager. See you later.
Goodbye.
Okay, Chris and the director and content creator. Okay, let's see then. Forget esports. Esports are important, alright guys? Esports is very important. No 50-50 and real-time PvP. Guys, real-time PvP is the most important thing, alright? Like, what else could you ask for?
Hello, Hyperlinkers. I'm Chris, the community
Okay.
manager for Etheria.
Let's
I want
go.
to give a big thanks to Mary and Michael for giving us such a detailed introduction to
Okay,
Etheria
who are
for
these
our
people?
viewers.
I know Vulcan.
I'm
Yo,
here with the game
Vulcan
director
is this
and three
live?
amazing content creators, Zoxus, Sean B, and Vulcan, to discuss some big topics you guys are most excited about.
Okay.
Before we start, let's get some introductions, starting with Jack.
Hello, Hyperlinkers. This is Jack, the game
Jack
director of Etheria.
Joe.
The
Okay.
whole team have been working on this project for more than 3 years, and we are so excited we are about to launch.
Elon Musk,
so
Diablo
hope you
player.
enjoy tonight's show.
Ball, yo, chill,
What's up,
chill,
everyone? I'm
chill, man.
Zox. I've been basically, covering every single beta that this game has had, bringing you guys tier lists, not only from global but also from
tier
the
list, guys.
side.
All right, we're gonna check out.
So yeah, I'm just really hyped to see all the things
These are
that you
content
guys want
creators,
to be
right?
able
The
to
three.
experience.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean B. I've been making content for turn-based RPG for many years now, and I came across Etheria recently, and I am blown away by how good the game
I
looks.
wonder if
and
this
I'm
is
so
live
excited to try the game out
or pre-edited. I
in
think
the
it's
official
pre-edited,
launch
right?
later this year.
Hey guys, I'm Vulcan. I've been creating content for 5 to 7 years now.
Yo, Vulcan
I
got
really love
Pokemon in the
turn-based games.
background.
It's a genre
Is that Goku
been really
on the top
fond of,
shelf?
especially the ones where you got some
Too many dudes in the
competitiveness
game?
it. In the last beta
many
for
games.
Etheria, I managed to finish
Wow.
rank 1 in Arena, so it's safe to
PvP
say
tier list?
I
Yeah, there
tried
needs to
pretty
be a
hard in that
PvP
beta,
and
I've been
PvE
hanging
tier
out
list,
for the
right?
release since then,
But I
so
have a feeling
definitely looking
PvP is
forward
always
to the
going
release
to
of the
Welcome, everybody.
change.
First, I want to hear your thoughts. So, after watching this new live stream, what stood out to you guys the most, and what are you most curious about? With Jack here, I feel like it's the perfect chance to ask.
Well, thanks, Chris. I guess I'll go first. So I've been basically, like I mentioned before, covering Etheria since the
it's a bit
very
soft.
beginning. Basically looking for new character reveals, making videos on like
Scripted?
anything,
Yeah, I think it's a
basically
scripted.
a new unit and anything that basically is fresh coming into the game. With that
Picture
being
of a
said,
dude?
I'm actually really curious. Since
Okay.
it's been about 2 months since the beta, and really honestly since we had the test, we've seen a bunch of brand new characters come in that beta. How did the Etheria dev team manage to
I normally
design
be okay
and
with
build
cool
so
mail,
many new heroes in such a
but there's
short
too
time?
much dudes.
Could you share a bit of your
It's fine.
character design philosophy?
Yeah, sure. Of course, first, thanks, Dux, for supporting Etheria for the long time. And we are a big fan of your channel, and you make really great content.
Wow.
And back to your question. So, because we are a strategy turn-based RPG,
Strategy
so the
turn-based.
character is really a fundamental pillar of our game. So our first goal is to create as much as
Yeah, I think the
good,
characters looks good.
characters with diverse and identity. So we put
Diversity,
a lot of
very
resources
important.
and in this aspect. So we
Pretty
have
diverse. There's a lot of
we
different
created
things.
more than 3 pipelines for this character design. So from
Why
the,
is there Etheria back
the
behind?
creative design
I'm
and
not
the
sure.
concept design, 3D modeling, and
Rosa,
the
man,
rating
guys.
animation of all this stuff. So
Rosa
there
reminds
are
me of
multiple,
Evelyn
pipelines
from ZZZ.
running. So actually, when you see this new character release, actually there are already several characters
reroll for Rosa. I think she's not available at launch, right?
In process.
Is she?
So that's why we can manage to release so many characters, and in the future we will release more characters that will bring new experience to the game.
Well, thanks, Jack.
So each of them will ask one question.
Vulcan, do you have any questions on this topic?
Hey Jack, first of all, thanks for having us on. I really do appreciate you getting us involved. I've loved the little chat we had beforehand, getting to know you. I'm really excited about what you can bring to this game and to the players as well. Now, obviously, I played pretty hard through the last beta, thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Is this Black Saitama?
And there was already a lot of content in the game from that point there. But you do have a bunch of other content still to come as well that you've released. What's the plan on rolling out all the extra content? Is it all going to be there at
I saw there's like 3 or 4.
Overwhelmed. Like, what's the general idea of releasing content and the philosophy around that?
Okay. First, thanks for joining us today, Vulcan. And
so he's asking about characters again. Nobody's asking about PvP.
Make in the last beta, so it's quite impressive. And back to your question. So actually, we are not blindly to add more features, add more systems that to bring to our game.
From because
that will make players just busier and busier. But because we are a strategy turn-based game, so create more diverse of the builds and the strategy and the different game experience is our goal. So you can see from our game, we divide our system into 3 parts. You have daily challenges that you can grant your resource to upgrade your heroes, like the modules and shells. And we have the trial challenges that you can.
We haven't seen the events yet.
More difficulty challenge to test
events
if you have
going to be
good
important.
enough build and that. And
I don't want Lolly.
The third part is events.
That's disgusting.
Events, when we add more
Lolly
events,
is diverse.
It's just to
look at that Lolly. Candy party.
New experience and
there's energy system.
Different experience and different gameplay.
Oh, of course there's energy,
so
right? You gotta have stamina.
3 parts. Of course, we also have 2 parts is the union, right? The union is the social part, and you can play with other players. And the last part, of course, it's one of the most interesting part of the Etheria is the PvP part. We have arena, we have RTA, and you already see in this.
I don't have to be there. I can be here.
Introduce another new mode. It's a live tournament. So we just also want players to not only enjoy PvE content but also PvP
June 5th,
content.
but they can have an open beta soon.
Framework. And I think it's almost the complete framework of our design. So in the future, we just based on this framework, we will introduce more the event systems and the new challenges. So that's being said, so we are ready. So the game framework is ready. So that's why we're about to launch the game. So I hope everybody is excited and looking forward to it. Thanks.
Yeah, super exciting. Awesome.
Wow, there are like so many things that he mentioned there, especially the PvP part where I'm like super excited about because I know we're all here for that competitiveness in this
everybody
game,
is here for PvP,
but then
right?
I also noticed that beside the
open
the
beta will
RTA
reset
part,
is useless.
also this thing called
I just play for fun, right?
Arena. Like, what is that? Like, how's that different from the RTA that we have in the game?
Yeah, I think we already teased a little bit in the introduction. So, usually a game in this market or in this genre, we have the traditional arena. That means it's you fight with other players' build, and we get RTA, right? You have real-time arena, and you match.
So basically,
with,
one offline and one online PvP.
And usually, this kind of games also runs a tournament like we did before. We have already held several tournaments even in the beta test. But the thing is, a tournament is very exciting. I think
tournament,
and Sean, you had a very interesting match, right?
Yeah, excited about
in the last tournament.
To make guys for free to play.
It's always limited. So last time we only invited 16 players. but it's fun.
More
and
essays,
we want
just do
to bring
PvP.
this exciting
Yeah, is there essays on their Reddit
experience to
is there? I'm sure they have Reddit already, right?
Audience, so the players, more players can join and experience that. So that's why these ideas coming out. That's why we put this Fearless Arena. Actually, it's a light tournament and in-game. It's an in-game tournament you can play in the weekends. So and there we will match 8 players, and it's a tournament. And after 3 or 5 matches, there's the champion. So we hope it's a brand new experience. I never had see this kind of system in this era. So we hope it will bring a brand new experience to our players.
This game focus on PvP.
I think that one's going to be a big hit.
There's quite a lot of PvP.
I'm
yeah.
super excited to
RTA,
see it in motion. So
Guild
thank
Wars,
you, Jack, for the additional insight.
Tournament. Yeah, quite a lot of PvP
into
stuff.
the topic of balance, strategy, mechanics, it's clear that we put a ton of effort into both PvE and PvP. Since you 3 guests here are super experienced with turn-based RPG genre, are there any concerns you have about Etheria or anything you're particularly curious about? You can ask Jack right now.
Pay to
right
win.
Here.
Yeah, so for me, I'm probably going to talk for a little bit on this one because this is something that I'm really passionate about. And I think with Etheria, between the module and shell system, it's got something very unique that we haven't really seen before in these types of games, where there's 2 big things. First of all, a shell for me, when I jumped into the game, it sort of replaced what you look at in some other games as the weapon, which I always hate summoning weapons on a banner. There is nothing.
He's talking about shell, which is that cute little creature thing, right?
In this game, the shells, which once again, they're actually really cool, like pet type things, but
yeah, it's a pet
they
thing.
fill that role of a weapon from other games. They're farmable, so you can go ahead and farm
So
them.
basically, shells are like Litecoin in Honkai Star Rail or W Engine in Zelda Zero,
gear
right?
And your shells have different sets that they can get, and then reaching so many of these sets give you set
they won't spend $100 on the
which
game,
is a really cool way to integrate getting different set effects, where normally in a game it's just like have 2 of these pieces.
He will quit in a month. You're chill, man, chill.
So
why are you hating on someone?
Really interesting, the module system.
I don't know if
the
he will quit or
shells
not, right?
Combined with more customization than I've ever seen before, with you've got 3 slots of your modules that can all have the same stats. So you can have like 3 crit damage pieces if you want. You can have 3 HP pieces if you want to go super tanky. There is no speed main stat on them. There's a lot of things where the game has done
hope they time get purchases to maintain competitive balance.
And I just want to hear from you, like why you went with that path and what was the philosophy behind it.
Yeah, that's really a good question. I think also this design, this gear system, and we call it matrix system, because with the matrix you put shell and the module together to get these matrix points to have a fully built, of course, with your animals, your character. So I think this whole system is one of our most satisfied design in our game. Because
no speed or there's speed for
this
sure.
Setting,
speed,
this design,
speed
we have 3 or 4 other solutions or approach, but we are still think it's not there. And of course, we can reference other games. There are a lot of games on the market. We can just take one we think are okay enough, and we just take it and do a little bit adjustment. But during the very early stage, we just think it's not right. It's just too similar with others, and there's no fresh experience. And we also found the builds is quite limited.
When will it release?
After
June
you play
5th.
a while, it's a kind of it's preset.
Yeah, that's speed right there. You can see main stat defense,
so we think about
speed
how
plus
could
18,
we improve this
effect resistance, attack and HP bonus. There's effect resistance and hit rate as well.
To want to create
hit rate, effect hit rate.
A diverse and so the range combinations or builds of this strategy. The player, even
Don't
the
forget
playstyle
union
of
rate.
the players,
I saw.
they can choose their own way. So when we come up this solution, when we introduce this matrix
PvP
with
esport
shells
above all
and
gacha.
modules, I think
Is
we find this
Is this the
solution.
only one that has
You can
PvP
say if in
esports?
the end game we have more than 50 animals, we have more than 20 types of modules.
Yeah, PvP esports is quite rare, right? This is going to be one of the first ones.
20, I would say, shells. With this combination, of course, you may think a little bit complicated for beginners, but when we design a game, we will design for the end game, and we will introduce these systems one by one, step by step, to the players, and they will get familiar with it and learn it, and with a learning curve. And in the end, we hope in the end everybody get familiar with this, and they can have more choice and more diverse of the builds, then make the game really fun, not only in PvE but also in PvP, especially also in the real-time arena, so ITA. Then we can have really interesting matches. So that's our goal.
Yeah, I honestly, I have something that I want to actually piggyback off of, because we are obviously talking about like relics and cores, and I think that kind of like leads into like the idea that this is a really deep progression system.
It depends.
And I guess that kind of was like one of the things.
What do the casuals like me do?
You know, how exactly?
If you are casual, you can still enjoy PvP, right?
Trying to maintain talents. Or maintain.
You just have to focus on your own rank, your own tier.
Variety and the strategic diversity.
If you're casual, you fight other casual in silver tier.
Because I think one of the things with
you don't think about gold tier or
that,
platinum, right?
Especially when you, I guess, have both PvP
That's how
and
it is.
PvE. But seeming that we're kind of leaning more towards the PvP side, like that's something that you really want to always kind of like try to maintain, like player interest, but also like what matters to that specific type
Casuals
of game
play
mode.
story, play story.
I guess kind of
grind,
a double,
chill,
or stat question there. How
get
do
the
you
free
also
skins,
plan to add future characters?
Cool
Like, is
for
it going to be
lollies,
according to
those things, right?
that character that's currently destroying meta right now, or is it be just something just completely fresh that creates its own meta? And I think the last part I want to add to that also is how often do players actually expect to see characters added as well.
Bronze slot.
Okay. Yeah, it's a really challenging question, and it's a challenging task for us, because balancing is crucial in this kind of game. If you lose balancing, and then you lose, how to say, the diverse of the builds.
Guys,
and
balancing,
then the player
right?
will have the similar play style. They will find the jack of all trades heroes, or they will find the
get the best rank you can get, only to go for rank 1.
Break down
That's
all
true.
these systems. Or
try your best,
if
right?
You see in the arena, everybody selects the same hero, it will be super boring, right? So that's there are two goals. So when we design a new character, we just want to have, for each character, we want to have its own place. So its place
the casuals in this game won't be any different from folks playing GFL 2, Brown Dance 2, etc. Just that you won't participate in the esports.
Specific bosses.
That's probably
like,
the thing, right?
It's single target, some is more stronger in AoE like that. But the thing is, we have more than 50, even in the future we have nearly 100 characters.
100
we
characters.
Hope each character has its own position. That's important. It cannot be replaced by another one, and then it has its own position, then it's useful in this whole system. But the thing is, we also have to, when we want to make sure it's balanced in PvE, that's easy because we have all these systems, and PvE is status, and all this
PvE is important too. What worries me is like
always changing, so we can use our tools.
What if they make a character that's strong in PvE,
if it's
but
OP,
not strong in PvP? And then vice versa, right? Then you have to decide.
Too strong, too OP.
Should you pull the character for PvE or PvP?
It's easy to handle, but when we're back to PvP, it's a little bit challenging, because when we go to, we just mentioned before, we have
as a dude lover, I'm satisfied with the male to female ratio.
So that's why we need some tools. We had an AI-driven testing tool, and when we design a new character, we will put in these tools, and then they will automatically
Is this not a gacha? It is a gacha.
Thousands of games with millions, maybe millions of combinations.
Wait, who's
and fight each other.
Is that an SR character?
Summarize some reports, and our balancing designer will check this report regularly and see if the new character is OP or not.
Shit, she's so
and
strong.
Then, of course, we will also, based on our own experience, all these designers, they have to play themselves, and we internally actually we play all the days, and to not only trust only the data, but also the feelings when you play, and play with each other and play with the PvE content. So in summarize, we just want to put so many energy on that. We just make sure it's really balanced, and of course we hope.
Do you need dupes in this game? There can be dupes, but I'm not sure if you need it or not. I think it's
diverse and
it varies from character to character, right?
And possibilities.
Can you ban character in PvP? Yeah, I saw they could ban it, but there's 3 different PvP,
I'm very
right?
glad to hear that there are tools behind the scene to allow the dev to play.
If
the
I want
game,
PvP, I'll play Mobile Legends. Yeah, but it's turn-based though.
With that amount of game content, and also in the future we're releasing so many new characters all the time, how do you make sure that all these characters stay relevant throughout the time? Because in game like this, we know that newer character gets stronger and stronger and stronger.
Oh, power creep,
stay irrelevant. So is there a plan for balance patches or just adjustment to the character to allow them to stay relevant in the future?
Yeah. I think what you mentioned, it's the general market is doing, right? So
okay, but they're not gonna do that.
Games, when they release a new character, it's the must-have, and you have to, because it's always
FOMO.
in the feature banner. So it's business. We understand, but we think a little bit different, because
they think different.
In our system, we are not only PvE game. We have PvP. If we do this way, it's really hard. It's a really huge pressure for the players. They have to purchase, they have to chase the new characters every single time. I think even we are players, we play other games. It's a huge pressure for us. So we think it's what is better ways is we create a cycle. It's a cycle means it's a counter cycle with different builds. So it can say, oh, this build it's the best, and you
so
must
it's like
have.
follow up.
You can choose your own play style. Like we said, if you want to play really tanky, you don't need to chase the speed, right? You don't have to the first speed, and even there's
so there'll be like a cycle
hero. You don't have that because your play
where
style
speed is irrelevant.
Tanky. You just need more HP
build
and
tanky build
like that. And another thing is, we want
gacha and esports should be in the same sentence, because gacha is casual.
It's the most powerful. You can say from
this will be the first gacha where it's not casual.
A lot of SRs, even in these tournaments, a lot of SRs are very
if you think
useful,
this gacha is too hardcore,
with some characters,
then go back to the casual.
Create a build. Even some SRs are
you get what I'm saying?
The key roles for this build.
I don't know, man.
So
I think it can
in
be
this
PvP.
way, we want to
Will
less
I play
pressures
this?
for
Of
players.
course,
they are
I'm
easy
gonna
to
play
create build
this,
they want,
man.
and they can
You think I'm gonna miss out on the game with a lot of dudes?
PvE content,
Of course, I love dudes and lollies, so I'm gonna play this. The only concern is how fun can turn-based combat
they can
be.
also play with
Of
other
course,
players,
it's gonna
because
be
the
fun,
counter
right?
is not simple.
I'm gonna invite Masaru to play
it's,
this.
It's a counter circle, so we have different
Right?
builds that counter each other. So I think
Eventually
that's
some
our,
characters will
design,
get power crap.
philosophy, and so no worry
We'll
about the how to say, the unbalance of the new heroes. But of course,
power creep, right?
Bring new heroes is always our goal. As I said, we want to just the new hero is, or new characters, it's just new experience or new builds. It's not that stronger, it's new, it's different. So I think that's our way.
Yeah, one of the big things with this game that I think will be a key strong point here is the idea of the cycle that you talked about. You know, with every animus having like a different position
right?
in the
Yo,
meta,
Masaru, you better
I
play
feel like
this
we're
game,
gonna see,
Masaru.
like an
There's
always
guild,
evolving
50
meta where people are
players.
like practicing different strategies, and
I bet the champion
we'll find out that
will be
one little
AI.
strategy works on this character super great, and then
What
it
do you mean,
shifts
Grok
everything. And then a new character
If I can pull
comes
for
out,
Chris,
and
the
then
game
things
is
start
10 out
to
of
shift
10.
again.
Wow.
I think there's just a lot of variability here with the matrix system that you talked about, and
Do I think
having
this
a
gacha
cycling meta
and
like
esports
that
will
is what's going to make this game
whirl?
great.
What?
Yeah,
1.2 billion left.
So playing off of that, let's address the question that many players are most concerned about. All of you guys have played many gacha games, so what frustrates you the most?
I'll kick it off. So with this one, and I'm going to reference the knowledge I have from the beta, because
what frustrates you the most?
It really frustrates me when we have the 50-50 system in
50-50?
I mentioned earlier, I hate weapon banners. They're not in the game. fantastic. Let's go farm that stuff. That is perfect for me.
Cycling for balance and countering.
I noticed that when we have, I thought it was a very interesting system. When we have the rate up banners, at least in the last beta, I can't remember the exact numbers, but we had the new character, they get their rate up banner. Now, you don't have a soft pity, and it's a higher pity, and I believe it was around 100. But if you get a, what do we want to call it, 5-star SSR, I can't remember the actual terminology, I apologize. But if you get the high rarity character, there's no 50-50. You get that character that is on the banner, that is it. Whether you beat the pity or not.
He said he loves 50-50 in another video.
You get lucky, you know you're getting that character. I think
in other video, he said he loves 50-50. In this live stream, he said he hates 50-50.
That covers one of the big pain points for a lot of people. At least if you're planning out, you know,
so he's contradicting
exactly how much I will need.
Is it true?
And it's reasonable, and if I get lucky, I will get it beforehand.
Wow.
But the other thing that we had was even the rate up banner characters in the beta,
we're in a properly skincare routine does.
Which the standard banner has a lower pity, it has the soft pity, but obviously you don't get to choose who you're going for, so that's the trade-off there. The one question that I had from that beta, because you know sometimes in beta you're only getting the one character, so it's not a new release, is when a new character releases, how long before they go into the standard banner, not just their rate-up banner?
Oh, will they ever go into standard?
Okay, so because we are
no, they won't
still a gacha game. Gacha is one of the also interesting and exciting part for this kind of,
so you will never go standard banner.
Got how to say, there's exciting and there's hoping.
Isn't that Snowbreak really banner? Yeah, it's pretty much like that.
Characters you really want. So we are players. When we do this, we are not just as developers. Because when you are developers, just think of business, the KPIs. You know, we have to do this, we have to do that. But most of our developers, they are also a huge fan of this genre of turn-based games and gacha games and JRPG of this kind of stuff. So when we design this crucial part, because it's talk about monetization, right? We are a business company. We have to make sure this game can run continuously, and we can then the revenue we generate can support our future development.
Revenue is important,
but
revenue
again, back to our
never question the revenue
experience. We are also frustrated. We so frustrated when we pull in some other games when you get this 50-50. So like you said, so that's why at first we just decide to totally remove that. But when you get the feature banner, you will guarantee it's the characters in the banner. There was no 50-50.
No more 50-50.
And back to your question, if there's a new character introduced, and from the very beginning, when we launched this new feature banner, the feature character already in the standard banner. So there you don't have to wait, and you don't have to worry about when this feature banner is gone. You cannot get this character anymore. You will need to wait.
There's no need to add in the standard banner because it's 100%, right? I think that's what he's going to say.
No, this won't happen in
therefore honest that they are business.
At the very beginning, you can pull up these
that's what it
characters,
is.
and it's in standard banner, including light and dark characters. You know how this rare, including. So. I think when we play this genre, you know how rare that, and so it's a big decision. We put these characters in this standard banner.
Yeah, love it. That's huge. Like that's insane.
And I think I also noticed that when I was playing the beta, I think the cost of summon, I felt it was.
So did he answer the question? Will they be added to the standard banner or no?
This game?
I think the answer is no, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention that. So back to these things. So what we think, another thing is, it's just about 50-50. It's just the how to say. To what you say, it's a setting. It's a design. But actually, the thing is behind that is it's how you're pricing your game. So we generally think it's just in this market, it's just too expensive. As a player, as ourselves, when we play this game, it's too expensive. You have 50-50.
Still limited.
Then you have this duplicate system, right? You need to pull 5 or 6 times to get a full character.
Wow. So he's talking about Genshin.
You can see in Etheria, we don't change this, but later one it's separate. No, it's not separate. It's behind this. It's just we think it's just too expensive. So we did several things to reduce the cost of the players to make this game play affordable. So one thing you see is we remove the 50-50 system. Another thing is we put this high rarity, even the featured characters into this standard banner. We let these free-to-play players can easily get them by lucky and or by hard working to collect more these free resources. And another thing is we reduce the price. So I think the standard price is 160 gems or crystals or any other in other games, but we reduced it to 100. That's already a huge discount.
100.
So in one pool, you only need 100 crystals.
So other games is 160. Wuthering 160. This game is 100.
We had a lot of seasons also give quite a lot of free pools, free we call it animals, prototypes, and crystals. So the thing is, we just want to be more free-to-play friendly.
Free-to-play friendly, guys.
A lot of players, if you love our game,
you guys heard it
support
first.
us, of course, then we can.
This is the director himself saying this game is more free-to-play friendly.
In general,
don't even question it.
The free-to-play players are even larger audience base, so we know that. And
if the director is saying this game is free-to-play friendly,
to enjoy our
time to
game,
believe
so
it, alright? Time to believe it.
To have a better experience, so we made.
He's saying this.
Changes.
If it's a lie,
that's what we think
screenshot
about
this
gacha in general
and tell write the essay on Reddit next time. But no, I trust the director.
If I can, I just want to zoom in
trust the
on one
director,
thing
right?
there, which was the light and dark units.
They have multiple red up banners.
So you have
for broke boys like you. There's a thing, right?
Banner for normal
free to play friendly,
right? Dark. I'm just
free to play friendly, no way.
And then you also have a standard banner for
of course,
normal
yes,
elements and then light dark as well. But you can still get.
I will believe them, but I will complain later. If it's not, you can complain later, right?
Which I couldn't believe it when I got my Lily in the beta from that banner, because that is that's a massive thing. Like, you don't see that with light dark units typically in these style of games. And on top of that, like, the fact for those playing at home, like, this is gonna be my strategy as I'm known as the free-to-play sweat lord. When you're getting into the game, and I love that.
Do you call himself free-to-play sweat lord?
Banner, and so if you're starting even a bit later, but even at launch, you've got those cheaper summons on the standard banner with a lower pity and a soft pity, which makes it a lot easier to get more high rarity characters. So you can put your emphasis there to build out your roster and then start targeting new characters as they come out. And you can do that because of the system of everyone going straight in. Even if you start a bit later, you still have that option to get a really good roster of characters from just using that standard banner. So I think the playoff between the standard and the rate up is a really, really strong thing, even for the longevity of new players coming in.
Wow.
And think about the thing is very how to say, the dupe system, right?
Dupe system. Okay.
So in Etheria, you only need one and 5 is different. You need 5, it's 5 times more expensive, right?
Okay.
So when you get 1, you get unlock the 4 mechanics. You only need the in-game free upgrade resource to upgrade the skills, and but the mechanics of the skills, it's already there. You only get 1, it's enough. I think that's also a big decision, but we hope.
So you only need 1 character.
A better experience.
Let's go.
For players.
He said you only need 1, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think that is a pain point for a lot of players in gacha games, especially recently, where it's like, if you want to like this, you can get this character
for fun.
But if you want to play them the way they were intended to be played,
there is dupes in the game. I'm pretty sure there's dupes.
Them and their weapon, and it's
because I played it during the alpha.
When I looked at the duping system on my first stream when I played Etheria,
maybe the dupes
is no way. Did they remove it? Very simple stat increases, so there is a benefit to it. But it's
so just stats increase.
Changes the gameplay.
It's just stats increase,
with that character, which is a really big thing. And I'm sorry,
it's not
I'm just on a rant here, so I'm going to keep going. The other thing that you mentioned was one of the biggest things is the no more leveling up fodder characters to feed to increase your star rankings of your characters. Like that is a big thing because often in these style of games,
this sounds too good for free to play. Why are you so skeptical, man? Believe in the director,
which,
okay?
Has its purpose, but it's a bit tedious and it's not as exciting. Whereas in
state
Etheria,
increase is insane already.
All those materials to keep upgrading your characters are given through events, in-game systems, the quote-unquote tower mode, all that sort of stuff. That's where you can get all those things, and it came at a pretty decent rate. You can also somewhat farm them in the experience stage if you want to as well, and then use them to fuse up as well. So there is that option if you're really desperate to get a few up. But in general, the income felt pretty good of them, and it just means that when you're actually spending your stamina
gems
in game,
will cost a lot.
It's always going to be something exciting. Either you're going for modules or you're going for shells. And for me, when I play these style of gacha games, that's almost as fun as summoning a character, is seeing if I got that, that god tier piece of gear with the 4 optimal substats, you know, and stuff like that. So I think it just makes the general daily gameplay a lot more exciting because that leveling up in the campaign stages is now sort of removed from the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This I want to add 2 more sentences because I think this is the duplicate system.
What do you guys think? There's a lot of potential.
You don't have to have
a lot of potential.
Other characters to other characters.
No need to feed characters to characters.
It's actually from the community, because they talk about and give us feedback times to times. Oh, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do this, because a lot of people are talking about this. We think we really take it serious, and it's really the painful experience when they play other games.
Brothers 2 is casual,
as a
enough.
game release in 2025, so I think the thing is we want to create just a better experience. So we hear from the community and we make these 2 changes. And we think it's, even for ourselves, it's much easier because we also play that. It's really a long time just leveling up these other characters. It's not fun. It's just not fun, right?
Not fun.
So we hope to take this chance to thank the whole community, the players who support us for the long time, and we hope in the future when we release, you support us and give us feedbacks. We have our community manager here, and in our community you can also give all these feedbacks, and we will listen to you and take your suggestions seriously, and we hope to improve the game together.
Yeah, I think a lot of this stuff just makes this a great experience for new players. Like, as we talked about, like when you're introducing a game to your friends that you're already like a year or 2 deep in, and like you're like, oh, they don't have all the characters, they can't do anything. I just think it's going to be a great opportunity to build a long-lasting like core community, both of free players and paid players. And for competitiveness and all these tournaments coming up, I think that's going to be the key highlight here. And just having a core community that we can build and grow like that is going to be huge for this game, and I'm super excited. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate your time. There's been so many great questions going on, and thank you, Jack, for being so transparent about everything. We're all super excited. So just letting you all know, Etheria will launch officially on June 5th. Make sure to pre-register for the official launch, and that'll be live across all major game stores. You can access the official Etheria website to pre-register on whatever platform you prefer, and you'll have access to some unique rewards and some codes on top of that when you register. So there's a lot waiting for you guys. Just make sure you stay tuned to the website and our social media pages. So goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. It was really fun talking with you guys.
Wow. What do you guys think?
See you in Etheria. See you.
Okay, I think there's still more. There's a lot more. Are you guys hype or not? Wait, that's it, is it? Wait, that's it? Awesome stream. Have a good one. He's cute. Please maintain balanced gender ratio. Etheria is going to be fire. Better than Honkai Star Rail. Okay. Everybody is excited, guys. Everyone is excited. Okay, this is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about, right? So that's just how it is. I think it's a pretty good stream overall. You play to find out. Wow, you play to find out, eh? Yeah,
That's
like a lot of the things that they mentioned,
effects can give.
I'm quite pleased. All right, but again, of course, it's fine to be skeptical. You can try it out and see how it is later.